It is first day of spring.
That's right.
We have to talk about that. Miss Chastity,
Happy
how are you
Friday.
today?
I am doing great. And I'm so excited. Spring is in the air.
Spring
it feels
is-
like spring outside.
Well, no, pollen can go. We could go the other way with pollen. No pollen. Okay, we miss
Yeah.
the pollen days and go right into a little nicer.
Yeah.
But hey, we are here, Marc McMain show, and you have your guest host Doug Hollingsworth is here every Friday. And we are on a journey every Friday, and we're going to bring you into some of this because you're telling me all some of the things you did about down to our favorite place. We're not going to get into to about 12:15, so
Sure.
we have another guest that should be calling in here in a minute. But Doug Hollingsworth, and we do Sweet Tea Travels every Friday, so please let everybody know out there if you want to find out more about where you'd like to go and travel to and things to do around the United States. We're going to be doing it every Friday. So we started off here in the last few weeks right here in Georgia. We're going to stay here in Georgia because we like to have these day trips that are fun and exciting, and we are looking forward to that. But we need to talk about a little bit of fun things that are coming up. We definitely want to promote around Monroe tomorrow. One of my favorite things to do is the car show. And I love going to these antique car shows, and hopefully we'll have a great day tomorrow. It's going to be nice and warm outside. It's been kind of funky around here the last few days, cold, hot, and but we're having some fun and looking forward to the first day of spring here. And we have Carl Gross is with us, and Carl's been with us before, but we've got a lot to talk about with Carl over the next few weeks. And Carl is the head golf professional club manager down here at the Creek at Hard Labor Golf Course, just right down the street here from the station in Rutledge, Georgia. Carl, good afternoon. How are you today?
Good afternoon, Doug. How are you, sir?
I am good. I am excited about what we're going to talk about. Certainly, what you have going on down there, and there's the tournament tomorrow. I think I'm going to be coming down to watch part of there. But let's talk a little bit before we get into a few things. Let's talk about the Creek at Hard Labor Golf Course, sir. I know there's a lot of great golf courses here in Georgia, but I will have to say this is one of my favorites, and it's nestled right in the heart of Georgia. Is this beautiful golf course? Certainly, Hard Labor Creek State Park, right off I-20. So, Carl, why don't you tell us a little bit about the golf course, and then we'll get into the state park.
All right, be happy to. Yeah, the Creek's actually the oldest state park course in the system. Opened in 1968, and it is a rolling hills kind of a shopmaker's golf course. It's about 6,500 yards from the back tees, but plays longer than that. And we've done a lot of renovations over the years. A couple years ago, we renovated greens and upgraded the facility with Tip Eagle putting surface, and they're in outstanding condition, and we receive a lot of praise for the course due to that, and it's become quite popular. But it's a great destination, even if you don't play golf. The park has a lot going on between mountain bike trails, hiking trails, and equestrian trails. If you have your own horse, you can do any of those things. So great getaway for families to do stuff and experience a variety of things while you're here at Hard Labor Creek.
We'll talk about the course a little more, Carl. It's one of my favorite is the I will call it the grist mill hole. So it's a beautiful hole, and tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so hole number 5 is our water wheel hole, which was the original grist mill, as you pointed out. It used to be a grist mill before it was a park, but we have an active water wheel that is quite beautiful with the a bridge with comes tumbling over and runs along Rocky Creek there. So it's a very picturesque hole, very pretty par 3, and people do rave about that. But the layout of the whole course is quite fun. It's challenging because it's tree lined with pines and a variety of terrain. So you'll have some up and downhill shots, and most of the greens are elevated, requiring really good club selection to get yourself a chance at making some putts. But, it is a lot of fun, and we welcome everybody out here.
Well, and I think we need to talk about that as well. It is spring as of today, but you have been busy, I'm sure. And I think you mentioned to me this week that you guys are selling out. So what do people need to do in terms of getting a tee time? Or we certainly have to talk about the great cottages here in a few minutes, but tell us what people need to do to get, how do they find out, how do they make reservations? What's the whole ordeal, buddy?
Yeah, so tee times have become a premium, especially around the weekend. We are sold out today, sold out tomorrow, and sold out Sunday. So plan ahead as best you can with the nice weather. We can do tee times over the phone up to 2 weeks in advance, or they can book online. If they go to gastateparks.org/golfing, all the courses will come up, and they would just click on Hard Labor Creek, and they could book online at their convenience. But definitely recommend a tee time if folks want to play on the weekends. During the week is still popular, but not as demanding. So those are your two best options for booking times. You can also look at golf packages online through the gastateparks.org site. And we have 20 cottages here in the park. So planning ahead with the dates in mind, we'll do 2-night stays with people stay in cottages and then come play golf either before or after their night stay. And all those are customized to whatever the guest wants. We do them as little as 2 people to up to 50 or 60 people, depending on cottage availability. So lots of options for folks to experience the place.
Definitely, the cottages are very unique, very fun, great for families, couples, golfers. I would have to say, and I know we've talked about it before, that it is not. You do not have enough cottages. I mean, the growth there with the state parks across Georgia is just exploded, and we hope to get some more state park funding so we can get some more cottages in there. But it's exciting. Now, y'all have a lot of things going on during the week, I hear. What's a dog fight? Is that like you get up in the airplane and what's a dog fight on Wednesday afternoons?
So we have a dog fight. We have a lot of members here at the creek outside of the public. So the dog fight, we have one Wednesday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday afternoon. And basically, it's an individual competition where you're playing against the field by handicap. So they regulate that, and they become quite popular as well. We also have a 9-hole league on Thursday nights, and that's a 2-person scramble starting at 5 o'clock. So we've got a variety of competitions that people can participate in when they're out here.
Well, there's a lot of fun things going on. I see you also have the Rutledge Wing 9 holes that come up spring through fall. When does that start?
That just started at the time change, so that's the Thursday night league.
Okay.
So again, now that we're into longer days, we can accommodate a league after work. So that has become a very popular time as the nights get longer.
Probably the best way to find out more about Carl and the creek at Hard Labor is just to go gastateparks.org and look up golf. You can also call them at 706-557-3006 for tee times, green fees, and tournament information. I know I've been a part of a few tournaments out there. Great place to have a tournament. You have a very nice room there in the clubhouse that accommodates many things, many places that you can enjoy. People can come back and have dinner inside, or just have a lot of fun in that. And you were one of the few ones that have that kind of room there, Carl.
Yes, we made that room happen a number of years ago to really have a place for tournaments and hold a lot of people. So it's available for special events, and we can accommodate 80 people sitting down or 100 people standing room only. So it's been a great space for events.
We're talking to Carl Gross, head golf professional, club manager at the Creek at Hard Labor over here in Rutledge, Georgia. Very easy access off I-20, kind of in the heart of Georgia. We have a big tournament coming up here in about 3 weeks that is going to really book you up, and I'm sure people should be thinking about that. I know you're very well stocked with a lot of things going on the week of the Masters.
Yes, Masters is a big week for us, and we get people from all over that come and stay and play, and so our pro shop is ready for them, and we look forward to seeing folks. Last year, our furthest traveler was from Finland, and
wow.
The year before, the furthest travel was from South Africa. So we get them from everywhere, and it's a great time, but we love having everyone here.
All right, let's talk quickly here about something that's going on, and you're coming up here in about a month. The 5th Annual Georgia State Park Golf Cup, www.gastateparks.org/golf cup. This is a two-person team that goes to all the 8 golf courses that the state parks have, and it's kind of a we can beat your team, our team's better than your club, that type thing. So that's what you guys have decided to work, and it's been very successful over the last few years. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and then tell us how people can sign up for that?
Yeah, sure. So the State Park Cup is going to be held here at the Creek on Saturday, April 25th. It is a two-person scramble, so we will have a bunch of teams that will be competing in the event that day, and the top teams can then advance to the State Park Cup Championship, which will be held down in Waycross in July. The teams that qualify for it, all expenses are paid to the championship event. So it's a twofold thing. So you qualify here, and then the top teams advance on to the championship. If you don't make it here, you can play it in any of the other events. So event after the Creek would be on May 9th at Highland Walk, Victoria Bryant State Park in Royston. Then there's an event at the Lakes May 16th in Waycross. May 30th, Brazos Creek Jack Hill State Park. June 6th, Arrowhead Point at Richard Russell in Elberton. June 20th, Wallace Adam Course at Little Loch Mulgee in Helena. And then June 27th is our last qualifier at Georgia Veterans Course in Cordele. So at any one of those, someone can advance on to the championship at the Lakes, which will be on July 11th. So it's an exciting thing. We really enjoy putting it on in two-person scramble. So, and within those scrambles, we have 2 flights, a championship flight and then a handicap flight. So that gives other people a chance to win. So you don't have to be a scratch golfer to compete in this. We want more people to just come, have fun, and enjoy themselves and see how they do.
A lot of great prizes that people are going to be able to have. This year sponsored by Bridgestone Golf, which is right over here in Covington, Georgia, the international headquarters. That's kind of cool to have them so close here. Well, Carl, we appreciate you coming on here. We're going to throw out this name again, gastateparks.org/golf Cup for more information. Sign up. It's a lot of fun. Just two persons. If you have any questions, I'm sure Carl will be glad to answer them for you. You can give Carl down there a call there at the creek at Hard Labor. Beautiful place you have down there, Carl. We appreciate you calling in and look forward to having you guys on and off over the spring time. So appreciate you, buddy.
No problem, Doug. Thanks for having me on, and we look forward to seeing everybody out here. Okay?
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, you're listening to the Marc McMain Show here on WMOQ 92.3 FM. Doug Hollingsworth, your guest host every Friday. We take you on a journey, and we're going to take you on a journey now this next 45 minutes down to the coast of Georgia. So we'll be right back here on the Marc McMain Show.
Recently, I was on a flight writing on a legal pad, and the man next to me struck up a conversation. "Are you an author?" he asked. I said, "No, I'm actually a preacher." Well, the look on his face was priceless. How would you feel if you're stuck sitting next to a preacher for several hours? Surprisingly, though, we had a good conversation. He asked me several questions about Jesus, and I told him that the Bible says if Jesus didn't rise from the dead, Christianity is worthless. Ever thought about that? You see, the truthfulness of Christianity hinges on whether Jesus died and rose from the grave. There's great evidence for it, and I'm one of the billions of Christians around the globe who believes that the resurrection really happened. If Jesus did conquer death, then he's worthy of your trust. If he didn't, reject him because he's a fraud. I believe he really conquered death. What do you believe? This is Bryant Wright, speaking right from my heart.
For devotions, visit rightfromtheheart.org.
When you walk through the doors of Campton Restaurant, you're not just here for a meal, you're part of a tradition. I'm fourth generation owner Josh Parker, and for nearly 40 years, families in Walton County and surrounding areas have gathered around our tables to share stories, laughter, and good Southern cooking. From crispy fried chicken to heart-healthy daily specials, there's always a plate waiting with your name on it. We're open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. and 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. So come on by, make yourself at home, and experience Campton Restaurant, where family tradition meets every meal.
Spring is right around the corner. New beginnings, fresh starts, and big moments. If you're thinking about proposing, if you're ready to take the next step, you go to P&A Jewelers. For 50 years, families have trusted P&A Jewelers to celebrate life's most important milestones. Proudly second generation, family owned and operated by brother and sister, we specialize in stunning engagement rings and custom designs made just for you. P&A Jewelers, located at 4665 Atlanta Highway next to Quick Trip in Loganville.
All right, welcome back here to the Marc McMain Show. Doug Hollingsworth, your guest host, here every Friday with Sweet Tea Travels. We take you on a journey throughout Georgia, the country. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things over the next few weeks. And today we want to head down to the Georgia coast, one of my favorite places, Jekyll Island. I know you were talking about how great you like Jekyll down there and so much there to do.
So beautiful.
And you like going out there and seeing the dolphins, I heard.
do. Yeah, we went on a little dolphin cruise and got to really, kind of experience a spectacular moment. A lot of dolphins in the area, and it was kind of breeding season, so it was really kind of neat to witness. And the charters of the boats had come back this time every year, and you'll get to experience this, and so that's exactly what I've been doing.
Well, there's so much to do down at Jekyll Island. I think most people probably know where Jekyll is, and today we're going to talk to a few people who are on the island. So right now we are privileged to have Jeff Ziegler, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing at Holiday Inn and the Courtyard by Marriott and Renaissance Inn. So, Jeff, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How's everybody out there in Radio Land?
Well, the two or three of us here in the studio are doing good, so we hope everybody else, this being the first day of spring.
Well, I was referring to the listeners there, Doug. I know you're always fine.
Well, thank you, Jeff. I try to be. Some days are better than others, but always good. But We want to get into what you have available, and it's unique what you have available down there for people who want to come down there and stay there on Jekyll. And we want to talk to you about the different things you have. First off, we can talk a little bit, and then we can split it up. But I'm trying to understand. So we have a Holiday Inn. They're a beautiful Holiday Inn there on Jekyll. That's just right down the street from the golf course. But you also have a double Courtyard by Marriott and Renaissance Inn. You want to explain that to us, Jeff?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of an interesting concept. It's kind of referred to as a dual brand. When it was built, it's got 120 Courtyard rooms and then 89 Residence Inn rooms, and it's kind of a U-shaped building directly on the beach, with many of the rooms having views of the beach. It's got a swimming pool. It's got a resort feel. I mean, Doug, when most people think of Courtyard, they think of Residence Inn, they think of long-term stay or a courtyard on the side of the highway when they're traveling. But this actually has a resort feel to it. It's a select service hotel, but it's got a full-service feel to it. It's got a restaurant, on-site restaurant. It's got ball meeting space, event space, and a bistro. So it's really a spectacular hotel. So anyone that's out there that loves the Marriott brand and has Bonvoy points, come see us. You won't be disappointed.
Well, it is it's kind of unique. First one I've ever seen. Certainly been down there, and it is beautiful. It is right on the beach. Both properties are right on the beach. So let's talk about the how they're relative to the golf courses. We'll talk a little bit about golf again some today.
All right. What would you like to know?
No, just
where they're located.
Yeah, I mean, tell me. Yeah, it's one big circle down there once you get on the island, pretty much. And so, kind of tell me where the hotels are located, Jeff.
Okay. Well, the golf courses are kind of in the center of the island, if you will. And for those of you who don't know the island that well, it's just off of Captain Wiley Road. The Holiday Inn is the closest in proximity to the golf courses. We're actually less than 0.7 of a mile from the clubhouse. You literally come out of the clubhouse, turn right, drive about 0.5 of a mile, and the Holiday Inn is directly across the street on the ocean. So the proximity to the golf course is fantastic. You really could walk there if you wanted to. However, that's not necessary. Obviously, driving's pretty convenient on Jekyll because living here, we don't have a single traffic light on the entire island, so you can't complain about traffic unless it's golf carts on the road or deer crossing. So that's pretty handy. We also have a shuttle that'll take you anywhere you want to go on the island from the Holiday Inn.
Well, it is a beautiful Holiday Inn. I actually stayed there with you last year, and they have different rooms for different people. And the room we stayed in was fantastic, and the dining was fantastic. And it's just if any golfers are listening out there, this is a great place to stay because it is literally at the end of the road where the golf clubhouse is there in Jekyll. So it's very easy if you're getting some groups together. This would be a fantastic place. But kids, family, it's like I said, right on the beach. You can just take off and head down the beach. So, Jeff, do you offer a golf package there?
We do. We have golf packages at both properties. And it depends on the time of the year, of course, and what days of the week you're staying. But let's just say in the neighborhood of $450 at the Courtyard Residence Inn, and that's for 2 rounds of golf for a golfer plus a $50 credit at the Shore Restaurant for food and beverage. If you're staying at the Residence Inn, breakfast is included, and that's for 18 holes for 2 players. And then if you're coming over to the Holiday Inn, excuse me, it's about $460, and it's the same thing. You get a credit at 24 Coastal Grill, excuse me, great breakfast location, and again, you're literally walking distance to the golf course. So the golf packages have really started to move, and predominantly because Great Dunes has opened, as many of you may know, and if you don't know, it's been a reclamation of the original golf course that was built in the late 20s, and it's a spectacular layout that literally, from the tee box, you can look across the street, stare at the ocean, turn slightly to the left, and see the Holiday Inn. So it's a phenomenal golf course. It's getting a lot of great publicity. Thank you, Doug.
We try.
and it's getting a lot of rave reviews from the golfers that have played it. And actually, this weekend's very busy because we've got a high school and collegiate tournament going on the golf courses. There's golfers everywhere.
Well, it's a great thing, too. If people have never been down there, golf is certainly a big package for things down there. And this Great Dunes is, again, just reopened and renovated. So it's fantastic. It definitely, you can see the ocean from many of the holes on there. So the island has done a great job in terms of putting this out and showing a lot of people what some great things to do is. And certainly if you get golfers, they have money so they can travel and they can come down and do other things. Bring the family. You got a great convention center there on the island. So tell us a little bit more about Jekyll. I know there's a lot of things to do down there, sir.
Pardon me?
I said, tell us a little more about Jekyll Island. I know there's a lot of things to do down there.
Well, there's a lot of things to do, and what many people don't know when they're searching Jekyll Island, if they've never been here, is this is actually a Georgia state park. So one thing that's unique when people come onto the island that sometimes is unexpected is as you enter the state park, like any state park, there's an entry fee.
There is.
So you'll stop at the toll booth. There's a $10 entry fee for cars to get onto the island. And what always throws people that are here for 3 or 4 days is they kind of go to pay their $10 and they say, well, I'm here for 4 days. I guess I'll buy 4 of these passes. Well, you really don't need to. The little secret is that's to get you onto the island to park. The only reason you would have to buy another one is if you're leaving the island. But if you're coming onto Jekyll and you're not leaving, pay the $10 entry fee one time, you are good to go. But it's a 5,500-acre barrier island that's considered a state park. It is actually only 35% developed. It is protected from the state with 65% protected. Excuse me. What many people don't realize is back in the late teens, early 20s, there's a group of gentlemen that showed up on Jekyll Island, and at the Jekyll Island Club, this is where the concept of our current Federal Reserve banking system was born. And many people don't know that. Driftwood Beach is just up from the Holiday Inn, about 2.5 miles up the beach, and that is one of the top 10 beaches in the world. It's extremely unique. It's absolutely fantastic. And as I've mentioned, with no traffic lights and virtually no traffic other than the red bug golf carts and the deer crossing the road, there's absolutely no traffic on this island. So, and what's unique also, Doug, being a golfer, is there are not too many golf courses that I've played, and I've played all over the world, where there's most golf courses are real estate developments that they fit a golf course in to sell lots and build condos and homes around the golf course. Jekyll Island is all natural. You're not going to see a single home or a condo or anything. It's pure golf. So for someone who wants to come down and hear the birds singing in the trees, watch the deer run across the fairway, maybe see an alligator or two, and just listen to the wind blowing through the trees and listen to the wind blowing your ball off the green as you're near the ocean because it's pretty gusty, this is the place for you.
It is beautiful. We're talking to Jeff Ziegler, who's the Director of Sales and Marketing for the Holiday Inn and the Courtyard by Marriott Renaissance Inn. A wonderful, all-in-one building, 2 hotels there that is fantastically done. Why don't you give people your websites again so people can find out if they want more information. Both websites are fantastic, so you can just go in there and scroll around, find out, and maybe phone number or anything like that if people are interested in coming down, sir.
Sure. Well, the website for the Holiday Inn is holidayinresortjekyll.com. And the Marriott site is a lot more complex to get directly to the Courtyard, so I highly recommend people just search the Marriott.com and look at Jekyll Island because there's only a couple of hotels on the island. That's the best way to find out information about the island. Also, JekyllIslandAuthority.com can tell you that's who manages the entire island. That's got a lot of information about the Georgia Sea Turtle Center, about the 22 miles of bike trails, the events that are upcoming. We just had a concert over in the Historic District last Saturday for an Allman Brothers retro band. The Allman Brothers, for many people don't know, played here at we have an amphitheater that is now overgrown in the woods, but the Allman Brothers played here in the 70s. So this group did a revival last weekend outside, and it was a big hit. A lot of people came onto the island to listen to the Allman Brothers, and there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of things to do with spring in the air. You've got outdoor activities. You've got events. There's cocktail parties. There's great restaurants on the island, and it's just a place of natural beauty.
Fantastic. Just right off I-95 there. A couple of exits there just to jump off there and run through Brunswick. Go on down, go over the bridge, and enjoy. Jeff, we appreciate your time today, buddy. We look forward to coming back down, getting down to Jekyll as soon as I can. I know Chastity was ready to come back and see the Dolphins, but we look forward to talking to you again soon and going over some more things about your two great hotels there, buddy.
That sounds like a plan. Thanks, Doug. Chester. Great. Come on down. Anytime you want to come to the island, just give me a call. We'll make sure you get well tended to.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, you listen to the Marc McMain Show here on this Friday afternoon. It is about 12:30. First day of spring, and we're going to be right back here. Doug Hollingsworth, Sweet Tea Travels, will be with you right back.
Are you looking for custom t-shirts, golf shirts, or uniforms for yourself or work? What about a family reunion, a fundraiser, or sports team? Whatever you're looking for, Chris and Debbie at Blue Hound in Monroe can help you. Real Country uses Blue Hound for our golf shirts and t-shirts. They do quality work and they're great folks. Blue Hound is located at 111 East Washington Street in Monroe. Go by and see what they can do for you or call 404-307-3664. That's 404-307-3664. Tell them April sent you.
Hey, this is attorney Bart Bitton with Bitton & Bitton. I live and work right here in Monroe, Georgia, and I am proud to serve this area. If you've been hurt in a car accident, you don't need some out-of-town lawyer that treats you like a number. You deserve a local lawyer you can trust, someone who lives here, works here, and takes care of people. So remember this, if you're ever in a car accident, be smart, call Bart. Bitton & Bitton, local lawyers you can trust.
Have you been putting off auto repairs? Do you want a body shop you know and trust? Go see Auto Correct Collision. Auto Correct is a family-owned and operated collision center with over 45 years of experience. Their equipment and training exceed industry standards. No repair is too big or small. Ask about the special drawings and mention this ad for a discount. Visit Auto Correct Collision at 409 Mayfield Drive or call them at 770-207-1241.
Cassie Enterprises invites you to stop in and see their new line of Coyote brand tractors, UTVs, and Bad Boy zero-turn mowers. Coyote tractors have the power to handle any job. Working on the farm, landscape business, and more, Coyote tractors are dependable and ready to work for you. Sales, service, parts, and more. It's all available at Cassie Enterprises. Family owned and operated. 145 Highway 83 in Good Hope. Go to CassieTractor.com.
Madison Flooring, located at 1167 Eatonton Road in Madison, is your full-service and professional installation center for all kinds of flooring, from tile, carpet, laminate, wood. They even do showers. They have granite and quartz countertops. All military, police, firefighters, and teachers ask for your discount. Madison Flooring is locally owned and operated. For knowledgeable and friendly service, call 706-431-5152.
And we're back here on the Marc McMain Show. Every Friday we are on a new journey. This week we are in Jekyll Island, Georgia, one of my favorite places to go. It is absolutely beautiful down there. If you have not been in the last few years, you're going to be surprised. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of fun things that have been added, but still that very quiet island that many people love to do. But we've got a gentleman here that has done quite a bit of marketing on this island over the last few years. Kevin Baker is the Director of Marketing for Jekyll Island Club Resort. Good afternoon, Kevin. How are you today, sir?
Good afternoon. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am good, sir. It's always good to be well. I appreciate you joining us today. You've certainly spent a lot of time there on this beautiful island, and you are representing a beautiful resort that is kind of unique too, because you have a two-part system. You have a hotel, and then you have an ocean club, and it's just a few minutes away from each other. So People can find out more information, just jekyllclub.com. Why don't you start with us and tell us a little bit about the resort, how it works, and then we'll kind of get into some questions and have people find out more about you.
Sure, great. Thank you. Yeah, the Jekyll Island Club Resort, we call it a club because the original building dates back to the late 1800s, where it was a private club to some of the wealthiest families in America. So we're talking about the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts and J.P. Morgan. And so this island, the whole island, was their private island for kind of hunting and the beach. And they built a beautiful clubhouse. And the club era lasted for, decades. So it expanded over time, and they built homes on the island and, of course, golf courses. And so that today, the resort consists of the historic side, which has about 160 guest rooms in the historic district, and the beautiful Queen Anne-style clubhouse with great restaurants and waterfront dining at the wharf. And then on the other side of the island, so that's the clubhouse is located on the river side of the island. And then on the other side of the island, as you said, we have the other side of the resort, which we call the Jekyll Ocean Club. And again, just kind of referencing the callback to the club era, there are 40 oceanfront suites that are all right on the water with beautiful pool, and guests can go from either side of the property and enjoy the pools or the beaches, and that's sort of the beauty of the resort. You kind of get a little bit of both, the coastal chic oceanfront, and then the historic clubhouse, and it's a really special destination, and it's just a lovely place in general.
You see the hotel, I think, probably more than you see anywhere in terms of your marketing. It's a beautiful hotel. Have been there many times. That love just walking around, sitting under the trees, and getting down near the river down there. And it's just a beautiful spot. Certainly love the Ocean Club. Have been over there quite a few times. Can people go back and forth? Is it okay if somebody stays at the hotel for them to go use the amenities down at the Ocean Club?
Exactly. Yeah, we think of ourselves as one resort, and just really two sides of it. So your room, you may select a guest room at the Ocean Club, and again, that's a more modern building. It was constructed about 7 years ago, and that's an all-suite with all the suites facing the ocean. And there's a great restaurant there called 80 Ocean, and then there's a shuttle that runs back and forth between the two sides of the property. So yes, guests can enjoy. They can sign their charges if they're over at the grand dining room in the clubhouse, or if they want to take the shuttle over and go to 80 Ocean and have dinner, or go down and enjoy the beach and the umbrellas out on the water. So yes, it's just one big resort, and kind of a campus style layout, right? You kind of get to ride around. Bike riding is very popular on the island. There's 25 miles of bike path, and a lot of guests will rent a bike from the property and ride around the island and go to one side and then the other. So yeah, it's a really neat place where you don't necessarily feel like you're kind of confined to one area. You get to spread out and enjoy it all.
Well, I do see a lot of social media, and whoever does your social media does a fantastic job. You're out there all the time. We see it's a great wedding venue. Certainly, it's beautiful. You could have a different wedding in different parts every day in your wonderful place down there. So I know it's one of the big things you have going on down there. It's a AAA 4-diamond luxury resort there with the Ocean Club, and the suites are oversized and with certainly breathtaking ocean views, and it is a lot of fun. The restaurant downstairs is wonderful, but it's hard to pick. I love the hotel side of it. It's just unique just to go through the old parts. I know there has been some movies made there on property. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. Probably the one that would be most relevant for today is the Robert Redford movie, The Legend of Bagger Vance, which is a classic, golf movie with Will Smith and Matt Damon notably starring in that. And yeah, that was filmed in parts of the clubhouse and out on the lawns. The property, as you said, it's this kind of sprawling grounds with the big oak trees right on the marsh, and there's this lovely riverfront lawn. And there was one of the ballroom gala scenes is kind of shot in that area. So yeah, we have some Hollywood golf heritage as well.
Very unique. When I was there one time, they kind of explained to us that they had to film at nighttime. Certainly you have guests walking around the hotel, and that people would say they would get up early in the morning. There would be Robert Redford and Will Smith, sitting in the dining room at 7 o'clock in the morning because they've been up all night long. But that's a beautiful spot. There's so much to do there. We're talking to Kevin Baker, who's the director of marketing for sales and marketing for Jekyll Island Club Resort. JekyllClub.com for more information. It's just beautiful. You come across the bridge there from I-95 and on your pathway down, and you have pay your toll to get onto the property, which it is a state park. So, but that's nothing, and you really don't have to leave the island. There's so much to do there on Jekyll Island, and as you come over the little bridge there, you look off to your left and you see this big, huge, beautiful hotel that has so much to do. One of my favorite places to eat in all of Georgia is right there on the river. It's called the Wharf. Tell us a little bit about that, Jeff. Kevin, sorry.
Yeah, the Wharf is the original historic wharf that the members would have arrived by ship, because back then there wasn't a causeway. So, but today it has a great waterfront restaurant. The best sunset views on the island. Huge deck overlooking the marsh. It is part of the resort. It's kind of a fish camp. That's sort of it's not too fancy, but really a great menu. Of course, the chef from the resort is the one that designs the menu, and so it's very high quality, but it gives you that very comfortable, kind of that, casual seafood dining experience with amazing views. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite places too.
Yeah, it really is, and I know it's won some awards. The food is absolutely fantastic, but it's laid back. If you want to get fancy, you can go inside to the dining room and enjoy that, and you certainly have other places to eat, but there's so much to do around the island, certainly right there on property pretty much, where it's also the Jekyll Island Authority. Lauren's going to be with us here next on our trip, and go from everything. But your place is just very special, buddy. I have traveled extensively a lot of places, and I can tell you Jekyll Island has become one of my favorite go-to spots. My wife and I love coming down and just relaxing, and love staying at your place. I don't play as much golf as I used to, so we just kind of enjoy and sit by the beach and enjoy some great cuisine, and it's just really wonderful. Hey, before we go, tell us a little bit more about how people can find out how they can reach you and get some rates, things like that, Kevin.
Sure, you bet. Well, you said it. Thank you. I think the easiest way for us is JekyllClub.com. And that takes you to the resort website, which includes, as we've been talking about, both sides of the property. And then, there's always some great offers on there. So if you click from the menu, there's packages. We have great golf packages as well, because I think what you said is very key, is that, particularly as you're about to learn from Lauren, the amazing upgrades that they've done to golf on the island. But there's so much more to do. So it can be a golf destination, which it now is, and people can come and they can play, multiple rounds in a day. But I think that the other element is that there's so much else to do. So if everyone in the family or the group is not golfers, they're going to very much enjoy the resort and the island. So please come visit us at JekyllClub.com. We've got lots of, like you said, great social media pictures that are always being posted regularly, and we welcome all. So I appreciate you having me, Doug.
No, it's great. I know one of the nice things about Jekyll is you get a little cool down there in the winter, but it's usually still very nice weather. Certainly people from up north and even here in North Georgia still would love to come down there. So coming down to Jekyll is pretty much a 12-month time. I know you're a lot busier during the summer with all the kids out of school and so much to do, and great convention center there that's really added a lot to it. So we want to thank Kevin Baker, who's the Director of Sales and Marketing for Jekyll Island Club Resort, buddy. JekyllClub.com. We look forward to getting back down there soon, and we'll talk to you hopefully in the near future.
Sounds great. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, sir. There we have it. We're on another trip here, this down to the coast. So we're excited about this. We have another lady coming up here who's going to be telling us a little more about the island and what there is to do for all kind of the family people. But you're listening to the Marc McMain Show. Doug Hollingsworth with you every Friday here on Sweet Tea Travels. Every week we talk travel, and we want to reach a lot of places that maybe you don't know. So many things to see here in Georgia, and so we're going to certainly concentrate on Georgia. But so many things that we're going to be doing in the future outside. We got Masters Week coming up here in a couple of weeks that we're going to have a really fun show. So stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the Marc McMain Show with Doug Hollingsworth.
If you're selling or buying a home, you should call AM/PM Septic to inspect your septic tank. This could save you on costly repairs. AM/PM pumps your tank, fixes septic alarms, drain lines. They can fix any problem you're having with your septic tank. Call 770-231-7979. They do inspection letters. AM/PM is family owned and operated, licensed and insured company. Call David for all your septic needs. 770-231-7979.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Leadfoot Mulching and Grading offers land clearing, hauling of gravel and sand, and more. And now offering screen topsoil for the farmer or homeowner. Asphalt paving and more. No job is too big or small. Locally owned and operated, it's Leadfoot Mulching and Grading, serving all of North Georgia. Fair prices and great customer service. Phone 404-909-5227 or go to leadfootmulching.com.
Hey, this is Doug.
And this is Robbie.
We own and operate Foy Tree Service.
When you need tree cutting, stump grinding, lot clearing, mulching, firewood, and more, call Foy Tree Service.
Serving Morgan County and surrounding area since 1987.
With top quality service and fair prices, we take pride in our work, and we do everything to make sure that you are a happy customer.
That's Foy Tree Service. Call us at 706-342-8733.
That's 706-342-TREE.
All right, welcome back here to the Marc McMain Show. Doug Hollingsworth sits in here for Marc every Friday from 12 to 1, and we talk travel, and the name of the show is Sweet Tea Travels. So today we found another hidden gem here in Georgia, and we're on Jekyll Island today with these breathtaking views of the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. So many things to see and do down in Jekyll Island, and easy access, certainly if you're coming from around the area where we're located up here near Monroe. And it's a lot of fun. It's fun for couples. It's fun for companies to go down and do some work down there, convention center down there. Certainly golfers, if you want to go down there, play golf. They got some great golf courses. So much to see and do right on the island. So we're going to jump right in here, and we're going to have this lady tell us all about Jekyll Island, what there else is there to do. So we're going to welcome Lauren Brouet here. She's the marketing communications manager for the Jekyll Island Authority. And they kind of manage things there on the island, which is a state park. A lot of people don't realize that, and we've talked about it today. You have to pay that little $10 fee to get on island, but it's nothing. Once you get on island, you won't even worry about that $10. So, Lauren, welcome to the show. We appreciate you calling in today.
Hey, Doug. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here, and you've got it exactly right. Jekyll's definitely a special place on our Georgia coast, so excited to chat with you a little bit about it and share some with our listeners here.
Well, we talked to a couple other people, and we certainly talked about different things to where to stay, and certainly talked about golf. But Jekyll offers so much more than that, and just I remember when you have a little airport right there, and I remember my parents flying us in. My dad had an airplane, and we'd fly down there and stay a few days, and it was just a lot of fun. So why don't you start telling us about some of the things there? I know there's some turtles we can go watch somewhere on the island.
Absolutely. So we are lucky enough to be a beach where nesting sea turtles, particularly loggerheads, nest on our beaches every summer. So that's certainly an exciting time to come visit us. If you're here in the summer, you can join one of our beach programs and join some of our sea turtle experts on their patrols. If you're outside that summer season, our Georgia Sea Turtle Center is open all year long to visit our patients, large and small, and sea turtle and not sea turtle. You never know what you might see, so that definitely makes for a fun day. One of the best ways to explore the island is on two wheels, so you can hop on a bike and ride till your heart's content, and people certainly do. We've got over 24 miles of bike trails, so that's certainly a wonderful, wonderful activity to spend your time. We've also got a newly restored golf course, so Great Dunes is an amazing view and also a really fun game. So plenty to do no matter what you're looking for. That's
the truth. It's y'all have really done a great job. Kudos to all the team there, from Alexa to Brad to Mark, everybody, including yourself, that just does a fantastic job to put all this together and work with everybody. It's so much to do there, but it's still that very quiet island. Okay, it's not like a couple of the other islands that are close by. Once you come on the island, you just kind of sit back. You want to feel like you're just sitting on the beach and just relaxing. No red lights, nice big fun. We just like driving around the big circle on the island. There's just a lot to do. A lot of great eating places to do. So how easy does it get to Jekyll? Tell me how easy it is to get there.
It is. We're right in the middle of Jacksonville and Savannah, so we're right off of I-95 on the Georgia coast. Like you said, we've got our private airport on Jekyll, if that's something that's accessible to folks that can fly in. There's also a great little airport in Brunswick that's super easy to fly in for a weekend trip or, flying in from further away. And then once you're on the island, everything is super close together. Our island's only about 7 miles long, just nearly as long as our causeway, so everything's super close together. You can drive about 5 to 10 minutes and be from side to side, so plenty to explore, and you can definitely do it all in the time that you're here and still leave some more to explore for next time.
What's the best time to visit Jekyll?
It depends on the experience that you're looking for. I would certainly say that it depends. There's a completely different experience here depending on the season. Spring and fall are probably sweet spots with milder temperatures, great outdoor activities. Summer's great for families, and of course that's when our Summer Waves water park opens up. This year we're excited to unveil a new attraction called Rattlesnake Racer. So that's going to be a fun 4-person mat racer, so you can bring along your friends and family and challenge them for a little race. We've got some timers set up so you can really see who's the big winner. So summer's a fun one. And winter's one of my personal favorites. It's nice and quiet here, still really beautiful, and that's going to be your more peaceful getaway. So something to enjoy year-round, definitely.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin Baker over there at the Club Resort and said the same thing. It's hard to beat any time. I'm sure you only have a few days that probably people would not want to be on the island, which is very rare. So I think any time is great, and certainly have been there many times. You have a beautiful convention center. You have a beautiful village. My wife has always got to go to the village, check out the country store there. So many things to do right there. But having that convention center, that's really nice. You get a lot of people who may not come to Jekyll, and they come because of their company or whatever comes down, and they stay a few days and they find out how great Jekyll is. So that's wonderful.
Absolutely. And what a great excuse to get down to Jekyll for work is to, hop down here for a conference. And, it is not a bad place to spend a couple of days. You never know where you're going to end up on conferences, but Jekyll is certainly, you'd certainly be lucky to find yourself here for a few days and have some time to explore.
I know you spoke a little bit about Jekyll has a strong reputation for conservation down there, and that means a lot. And I don't think a lot of people really understand what all that is entailed. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Conservation is definitely at the core of everything that we do, and as you mentioned, Jekyll is a state park, so definitely a part of our mission there. What a lot of people don't know is that about 65% of the island has to remain undeveloped, and that's protected by Georgia state legislator. So we're super thankful for that, and everything that we do is centered around conservation and preservation. You can certainly see that firsthand at the Sea Turtle Center and watch those rehab efforts for those turtles and snakes and alligators, whatever else you might see, or just by exploring the island's natural beauty with our protected beaches, marshes, maritime forest. So it's not just one attraction, so to speak. It's conservation's woven into everything that we do, which makes for a beautiful getaway.
And that is very special.
Certainly a feel-good experience when you know that something that you're enjoying so much is being protected.
That's very special. So what's new and evolving on the island right now?
We have got the new Great Dunes Golf Course, which is really exciting. It's really beautiful. You can play through marshes, hopefully see some native wildlife, and then, of course, make it to that fourth hole to see the ocean. There's not really anything like that first view that you see, and, you know, that dates back to the 1920s, so we were super excited to restore that course. So Great Dunes is really exciting. Pine Lakes just got a nice makeover in the last 2 years, and that one plays through the maritime forest. That one's a really fun one. You'll definitely see some gators and some native birds. We've also got our new district shops on Historic Pier Road, so you can hop on by for a drink or a snack at Founder Social. There's a Christmas shop. There's a coffee shop. There's an ice cream shop for the kids, so definitely plenty to do, and the district shops is a new must-stop on the agenda for sure.
There's so much to do there. We're talking to Lauren Bray from the Jekyll Island Authority. She's the marketing communications manager. So for more information, they just go to basically your website, JekyllIsland.com. Is that the best way?
Absolutely, JekyllIsland.com. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook to interact with us a little more, and certainly there's plenty to do here, so we look forward to having you and encourage you to check us out and come for a visit. Great
website, by the way. Y'all do a great job there. Please tell everybody there I said hello. Love you guys down there. Y'all work very hard, and we certainly appreciate that. We thank you for coming on. We look forward to getting you back on those shows sometime in the near future. Thanks, Lauren.
Absolutely. Thanks, Doug.
All right, there we have it. Well, we want to make sure we keep our bags packed.
Absolutely.
Okay, bags packed for next week.
Savannah, Jekyll, what's next?
Well, I think we're going to head north. I think we're going to go to the mountains.
Oh, my favorite.
We're going to go to the mountains.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to give that away but I want everybody to keep their bags packed there. So
Yes.
we appreciate everybody here. Doug Hollingsworth, Sweet Tea Travels. We're going to let Chastity walk us out here because there's a lot of things going on in and around Monroe next week. Since Marc is out doing his thing, we have 5 of us that do his show from 12 to 1 Monday through Friday, and we appreciate y'all telling everybody else. I talked to somebody who actually heard me last week on the show. Yes,
okay.
Down at Stripling. So
good.
that's
Great
exciting.
show today.
Thank you, ma'am. I
Doug,
appreciate all the
you.
help here at the studio. So
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
And also, don't forget, if you're out at the Making Memories car show tomorrow between 10 and 1, Les and Billy will be set up. So go by and see them. They'll be across from the Monroe Museum with T-shirts, tickets to the Greene County Rodeo, and so much more. And for Monday's show, for the Marc McMain Show, we'll have guest Mitch Swan in with Cliff Hagan, the founder and president of NG3. So have a wonderful weekend.